everybody, it's Charlie from DM Sound, and today we've got the sound system demo on the 2024 Honda Pilot and its 12-speaker Bose sound system. This is going to be an in-depth review. We're going to take a look at how the infotainment system works, take a look at audio inputs, adjustments, controls, speaker locations. We're going to test out the 5.1 capabilities, and then we're going to head out on the road and listen to these sample tracks while we're rolling, and I'll give you my thoughts at the end. Now, if you don't care about any of that stuff at the beginning and you just want to hear the music, click ahead in the video. We've got chapters to get you right to the tunes. And if you want to hear even more on this system, sign up below to become a Daily Motor member. I'm going to listen to members-only requested tracks. The only reason that this is hidden behind a paywall is because I don't get paid by ad revenue for those videos. So in order for me to justify them, just ask for a little bit, and then you guys get to request songs and hear more on the systems as well as supporting us. So before we get started, let's hop out and take a look at it. This is one of my most requested videos, the 12-speaker Bose sound system here and the updated Pilot. Honda has been making an effort to have better sound systems available in their upper trims. We did review the 9-speaker system that comes in a more bass Pilot. That one wasn't really anything very impressive, but this Bose promises to at least be solid if it stands up to similar Bose systems and other Honda products. So if you do want to see more on the Pilot in general, check the link below. We're going to have a full review. I'm going to try to get some fuel economy testing done on it as well, and all of that can be found below. Now, we always do these tests with lossless, uncompressed WAV files on a USB stick plugged directly into the system, and high-quality Roland binaural microphones in both of my ears, giving you the most realistic audio system demo on YouTube. We also do the test with the sound settings set to their factory defaults, so let's take a look at those now. The 9-inch infotainment screen here, pretty straightforward, not very advanced for a vehicle like this, but we are in the media screen right now, so we're going to go up here to sound. And then we have adjustments for bass, mid-range, and treble. Let's go through those. Good bit of adjustability there, and I actually appreciate how easy it is to make quick adjustments, and they're big sliders. It's not like the Toyotas we've seen recently where you have to get very close on the slider to make your adjustments. Very easy to click these around, and then if you want to bring them all back to default, very easy to do right there. Coming back, we have audio zones and balance and fader control for front, rear, left, right. You can move it around the cabin, put it back to the center, or you can choose driver only, front only, full vehicle, or rear only. It's nice to have those hot swaps available. Coming back, you have Bose center point adjustment. Turn on to create a surround sound experience from a stereo music source. Let's try this on and off. Right now it's off. We'll go on. Everyone has their own preferences, and every vehicle has its own preferences for what's going to sound better, center point on or off. I'm going to experiment with it throughout the week. Initial impression, center point sounds pretty hollow and echoey, so I'm probably going to have it off, but we'll play around with it, see what sounds best. And then at the bottom we have Bose dynamic speed compensation, so as you get going faster, it's going to lift up elements of the music to make up for wind, engine, and road noise. We're going to leave that off for most of the test because sometimes that can interfere with the true recording of the song. And that is it for audio adjustments. For controls here in the Pilot, you have a nice volume knob up here. It's a little far away. I'm finding myself having to reach forward, but it's possible my seat hasn't adjusted for it. I'm not sure. Either way, it's got nice clicks, and I just like having a physical volume knob in general. On the left side of the steering wheel, you have a nice volume clicker there. For track selection, you've got physical controls underneath the volume knob. I like having that. And you've also got physical controls on the left side of the wheel, right above the volume control where they belong. For audio inputs here on the Pilot, you have your standard AM, FM, Sirius XM satellite radio. See if we got support for HD radio support on there as well. Coming back to audio source, we have a USB-A port, we've got Bluetooth, and with this 9-inch system, support for wired and wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. So what does that mean you're missing? There's no sort of streaming services built in, no Spotify, Amazon Music, anything like that. No USB-C port, so if you plan on plugging in your device with a cable or maybe using a newer USB drive, make sure you have some sort of adapter. What else? Oh, no 3.5mm auxiliary input jack, but that's not the end of the world. Speaker locations. As I said, this is a 12-speaker system. It's pretty straightforward. We've got a mid-ranger down there, 1, tweeter up front, 2, mid-ranger there, 3, 4, 5. It's possible these are smaller woofers as well on the door. I don't have anything explicit telling me that they're mid-rangers. I'm just kind of listening to them. Coming in the back, 6, 7 for that same mid-ranger woofer combo there with the tweeter, 8, 9 on the other side. In the D pillars right here, you've got some mid-rangers 10 and 11. And then in the cargo area, we've got a subwoofer giving us 12. You can hear it bumping away right there. Before we head out on the road, we're going to use the immersiveaudioalbum.com surround sound demo track to see if the system supports 5.1 music. Ooh, it does not seem to like those tracks at all. I don't know if it's an issue with the FLAC files or what, but it will not play my 5.1 music whatsoever. Do I have a spare drive on me? Actually, I do. Let's see what happens. I don't know if I have the surround track on there or not. Yeah, it did not want to play the surround track on that other drive either. Interesting. Okay. One more chance. I have the sound, the 5.1 surround track on my phone. We'll see if it plays off of there. Okay, it is playing off my phone. I don't know if it's going to have 5.1 support through Android Auto, but let's see what happens.
Welcome to the Immersive Audio Album Channel Configuration Test. Left. Center. Right. Left surround.
Okay.
Right surround. LFE.
So there's no 5.1 support, but at least it does downmix down to stereo properly. But yeah, it doesn't seem to want to play FLAC files from USB, so keep that in mind if you're one of the small majority that wants to play FLAC files from there. And with that, let's get out on the road. In a more luxury car and with a more expensive sound system, when I'm listening to this track, I'm listening for accurate replication of all the instrumentation. I'm listening for a good balance between the lows, the mids, the highs. I want everything to come through strong and nice and really move me. In a system in this sort of car, I just want to be able to turn it up loud like it is and not have any distortion, still have the core sounds coming through. And in this one, I'm getting a nice punch. I'm getting that subwoofer coming in and blending decently with the front speakers. And nothing in the high ends is really harsh on my ears. You'd be surprised. Something like a previous generation or even current generation 3 Series, I turn this song up and the sound is muddied and unenjoyable. This, yeah, I'm not getting all of the instrumentation coming through, but it sounds good and solid, and I can listen to it, and anyone could listen to it at a good volume and enjoy it. So for this next track, we're going to turn the bass all the way up and see what happens with that subwoofer. Some mirror shakage up here, a little bit in the door mirrors as well. Not feeling it too much in the seat, but we're not getting any distortion. Overall, still a pretty nice bass sound. My thoughts on the 12-speaker Bose system here in the Honda Pilot. The biggest deal about the system is that it gets Honda up where it needed to be in order to be competitive in the mainstream upgraded audio sphere. For so many years, you could get into a fantastic Honda product, whether it was a Ridgeline or an Accord, a Pilot, and you're spending top money for the elite trim or even the touring trim, and you were getting a sound system that sounded really not much better than you were getting in the base car, and it's not nearly as good as what you're getting from the competitors. Now this Bose system brings them right into punching space of those upper level, the JBLs and the Harmans and other Boses from other manufacturers. So is this an outstanding sound system like you'd get in a luxury vehicle? No, it's not going to blow anybody away, but what impresses me and satisfies me is the fact that throughout this week with the car, I've been able to get in here either with myself or with my wife, and we're able to listen to the music that we want to listen to regardless of genre, and it sounds good, it sounds solid, and I have no problems with it. It's got a power and it's got a balance to it, And because Honda is showing effort and care into their sound system experience, this is getting a strong B. It's not barely breaking into the A. It's not impressive enough for that, but it's a solid, strong B+, and I'm satisfied with it. So thank you all so much for watching. If you do want to see more on the Pilot, check the link below. I'll also include the link to the base 9-speaker audio. I guess there's technically a 7-speaker as well, so it's not going to be that one, but I'll include the link to the 9-speaker system, and we'll see you on the next one. I'm Charlie from DM Sound, and as always, drive on.